We've got Trump's immigration policy that just saw another change. It looks like ICE might be pausing raids in the agriculture and hotel industries, but Trump is doubling down on crackdowns in sanctuary cities and blue states. Take a listen to what the president said earlier today.
I want them to focus on the cities, because the cities are where you really have what's called sanctuary cities, and that's where the people are. Biden allowed 21 million people to come into our country. Of that, vast numbers of those people were murderers, killers, people from gangs, people from jails. They emptied their jails out into the U.S. Most of those people are in the cities, all blue cities, all Democrat-run cities.
For more, here's NBC senior Homeland Security correspondent Julie Ainsley.
We obtained a memo here at NBC News that shows that an email that went out to senior ICE officials all over the country told them not to make arrests anymore at certain workplace locations. That includes anywhere in the agriculture industry, like fisheries and meatpacking plants, as well as the hospitality industry, so restaurants, hotels. The key thing is, according to two people familiar with these plans, it's not the who, but the where that's being prohibited. They don't want to make workplace arrests, but they are okay arresting employees of those industries in their communities, at their homes, dropping off their kids at school. That's the thing that's changed. And this follows a post from Trump on Truth Social on Thursday that said that he had heard from leaders of the agriculture and hospitality industries that they were losing some of their employees, and he said something needed to change. Now, at first, when we saw that post, a lot of people responded and said, oh, this is Trump reacting. He's pulling back from his mass deportation plan, partly because, many thought, because of protests that we saw sparking across the country. But what we're now being told from the DHS spokeswoman and others is not so fast, that in fact, Trump is sympathetic to the employers here, doesn't want the optics of a workplace raid, but they are not pulling back from the 3,000 a day quota set by Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller. He told ICE officials in mid-May that if they didn't start arresting 3,000 immigrants a day, which has never been done, they would start firing the bottom 10% performing leaders of those field offices. And so there's a lot of pressure on ICE. We're told right now they're making over 2,000 arrests a day. That is a record, but it's nowhere near that 3,000. And in the memo we obtained, it says that they recognize that not being able to make these workplace arrests, where sometimes they can arrest over 100 people, will hurt them when they try to meet those targets. They acknowledge that, but basically say they're going to do a survey of the workforce, but there's really not a lot they can do about that at this time. So what we're watching is a pivot, but not really a 180 on Trump's immigration policies so far. We're also paying attention to those protests in Los Angeles, and we're looking at what Trump has said about what could come next in other cities. He's really been pinning sanctuary cities, mainly led by Democratic mayors across the country, as places where he wants to ramp up arrests next. And just as we reported last week, he's looking at sending ICE SWAT teams into cities ranging from Seattle, Chicago, Washington, D.C., and the metropolitan area around D.C., Philadelphia, and New York. So he's not looking at L.A. and pivoting in a different direction. He's actually looking at L.A. and using that as a carbon copy of what is to come as he faces off between ICE agents and the sanctuary policies of Democratic mayors across the country.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.